2017 was a year of change at the Solid Waste Management Corporation. Join us now as we do a recap of 2017 at the SWMC. In January, the year started with a charge from the then chairman of the board of directors, Mr. Randolph Edmeade. In an interview with the corporation's in-house newsletter, the SWMC Insider, Mr. Edmeade stressed that the initiatives that were not fulfilled in 2016 would be pursued for completion in 2017. These included strengthening the whole administrative structure of the SWMC, strengthening its financial functions, and to increase and improve its revenue intake. Also in January, the corporation unveiled its new uniforms for staff. Here, Little Wardens showcased the new look, which proudly shows the SWMC's logo. It was a year to say goodbye to a hard-working staffer and family of the SWMC as Silma Henry left the corporation. She was treated to a special farewell event at the headquarters amidst fellow staffers on January 11th. In February, the SWMC staffers were afforded a health screening at the corporation's office thanks to assistance from medical students from the Windsor University. Planning and operations engineer Anya O'Flaherty told the SWMC Insider that all staff members, those out in the field and in the office, took part in the exercise, including some close family members of the workers. In April, Minister of Health, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton, disclosed that a solution to the current landfill situation is being studied and that another location for the establishment of a new landfill may have to be explored. The sanitary landfill in Connery has expired its natural life, and the current landfill cell that is being utilized for dumping is nearing its capacity. April was also a month when major staff additions were made to the corporation. The SWMC appointed Ms. Jamila Christopher, Human Resource Manager, to deal with the employee-related issues and serve as a link between management and staff. Mr. Freddie Knight was brought on as a Human Resource Consultant to help guide Ms. Christopher in this new role. In May, General Manager Mr. Alfonso Bridgewater did a presentation for the Rotary Club of Liamiga at the St. Kitts Marat Resort upon invitation. He was supported by Operations Engineer Anya O'Flaherty and Operations Supervisor Mr. Wilman McCall. In his presentation, he spoke of the work of the corporation, the accomplishments, and some of the challenges faced. Also that month, Ms. Sharon Drew, Administrative Assistant, undertook a beautification project with the support of management and the corporation's landscaper, Mr. Leslie Richards. From this project, fresh paint was added to the parking lot demarcation lines, cleanup work done on the adjoining property, and cleaning of wall columns on the building. In June, the SWMC management team was again invited to do a presentation at a lecture at the Clarence Fitzroy Brand College. This was the OAS-sponsored Sustainable Cities course, where they gave presentations on proper garbage disposal on St. Kitts.
Almost all human activity generates waste. That's why we could live so well with rats, because we're generating rats like to eat. There was a time where we could live well with pigs and so on, because some of the stuff that we generate, we could pass it on to them until the agriculturalists come on and start to say we shouldn't be giving them leftovers, we should buy food. But we're going to talk about that a little later.
Industry back into a consumer good, and you just keep going. That's what you call a closed loop system. That's great, but that's not the ideal. The ideal is not actually what's happening. And in fact, even in the idea where you think the ideal situation is happening, like Recycle Australia, there are actually issues, and I've only put one here, but it actually could have been all over the place. There are gaps in this diagram.
In July, another major change took place at the corporation, this time on the board of directors level. There was a reconstitution of the board under the new chairman, Mr. Ivan Hanley. Mr. Hanley met with staff from various departments to discuss several initiatives, one of which being the institution of a pension plan for retiring staff members. Also during the summer, Ms. Anya O'Flaherty resigned from her post at the corporation. In August, the SWMC rolled out its plans to fill crucial areas in the corporation by hosting a job fair inside the conference room at the SWMC headquarters. Over 170 persons attended, and some were unable to enter due to limited space, though they were still allowed to make their applications. Ms. Christopher was very positive with the outcome of the fair and felt it met the corporation's objectives.
Almost every village had someone attended. We had a lot of females, however. We kind of wanted to see more males, with an equal balance of males. But it was very, very positive. People were enthusiastic, they were ready, they were willing to work, and we are basically moving forward in screening these applicants.
Mr. Bridgewater said they would go through the applications and select a few persons for additional interviews.
We had completed application form which we could now use to screen, and as of that, after come up with a short list and then move towards the whole process of interviewing.
September was a tumultuous month for St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean as two major hurricanes ripped through the region. Several countries were affected, but thankfully St. Kitts and Nevis was spared the worst. The SWMC was however on alert and did its best to prepare and respond to the aftermath of the hurricanes. Though damage was minimal, the passage of the hurricanes affected the corporation's usual garbage collection schedule, which had to be adjusted. All areas were served, and the schedule was back on track within days, thanks to the hard work of the collection team and landfill operations. Also during the month of September, Litter Warden Taisha Henry returned from a 6-week training course in Japan. Her return was interrupted by the hurricanes, which led to flight delays and long layovers, thus delaying her return to the island. Nevertheless, her trip was a success. She's planning on implementing some of what she learned at the training by adopting one of the high schools in St. Kitts to teach them proper waste disposal practices. The Sanitary Workers Appreciation's church service, which was originally slated to be held in September, was held on Sunday, October 29. The event, normally held in September to coincide with independence celebrations, was this year postponed due to the passage of Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Unlike previous services, this year's event was staged at the prestigious Government House, a significant move in honoring and recognizing the work of sanitary workers in St. Kitts. Also in October, work began on restructuring the physical workspace at the headquarters. This was designed to better utilize the space and is part of the restructuring exercise of the SWMC in a bid to improve efficiency and productivity. On a more somber note, on October 24th, the mother of Sharon Drew passed away. The headquarters was closed early on November 3rd, the day of the funeral, to offer support to Miss Drew. Staff members attended the Thanksgiving service at the Wesley Methodist Church on Seaton Street, Bastille, and performed a song as a tribute. We convey our condolences to Miss Drew and family. Also, Tyrone Sadler, landfill site operator, passed away in December. Towards the latter end of the year, the results of the job fair were bearing fruit. Several new staffers joined the corporation, including Shauna Thompson, who was stationed at the front desk, Ethel Thomas, who is the accounts supervisor, and several more at the landfill. Marilyn Williams will be joining staff in the accounting department in January. Throughout the year, the corporation continued its public awareness campaign, including radio programs such as Talking Trash on WinFM 98.9 every Tuesday and Waste Matters on Freedom Radio and ZIZ. The website is one of the major sources of information to the public on developments at the corporation and also provides users with the option of requesting and paying for services online. The staff is kept up to date every month with the SWMC Insider, the in-house newsletter produced by Andre Huey, communications specialist for the corporation. Repair and maintenance work continue at the landfill, which include painting of the office and installation of a motorized gate at the entrance. This allows for better control of entrance and exit at the facility. In the busy month of December, street sweepers work long and hard to keep our streets clean as the workload increases during this time. As usual, they are out on the road late at nights and early morning after festivities to clean the area. And to top off the year, the SWMC has supported David Archibald, who is one of the contestants in the upcoming Mr. GQ contest, as a brand ambassador for the corporation. He starred in this SWMC PSA.
At the Solid Waste Management Corporation, we do more than just collect garbage. At our headquarters, we conduct the administration, which involves, among other things, customer billings, complaints, taking order for your bins, and other services.
I'd like to order 4 wheelie bins, please.
Operation at the Connery landfill is very comprehensive. We don't operate a dump, but an engineered sanitary landfill facility where your waste is properly disposed and managed. Our collection department is on the road every day collecting your waste and keeping our country clean. Some nights and early morning, our street sweepers are out at work ensuring that our roads are spick and span.
At the SWMC, waste matters.
An eventful but successful year for the Solid Waste Management Corporation. The corporation wishes every staff member a peaceful and happy Christmas and Carnival season and a prosperous 2018. I'm Andre Huey, Communications Specialist for the Solid Waste Management Corporation.